The first thing was to make sure that we had a very clean base. And then once we had the surface clean, then we had to make an estimate of what the height of the dike would be. We measured the height approximate that we needed to build, and then figured out the width. And in this case, we're looking at close to a 6-foot height expected on the dike. And so we tried to go as wide as we could here in our conditions. We were about 16 to 18 feet wide to withstand the pressure. And then we lay the bags in, and the bags go parallel with the flow of the water flow. And so the bags go with the closed in upstream, so the water will flow with the bag down. And then we're alternating directions with each layer. And so the first row of bags went this way, then the second row went perpendicular, and the third row then went the same as the first layer. And it's important that as we're laying them in place, that we're getting the bags close together and then stamping them into place so that we're getting a tight seal. The taller the dike, the more important that width would be. Most of our experience indicates if we go with a 2-to-1 ratio, that should be sufficient, particularly if we're only going to 3-4 feet. In this case now, the other thing that was taken into consideration is that with the frozen ground, by going to the 3-to-1 with the 6-foot depth, we'll hopefully minimize the amount of leakage that might take place through the dike. Once the dike is all built, then what you will do is to come along with plastic over the top, and you want to try to create as tight a seal as you can between the soil and the plastic. So the goal would be to get the plastic down on the ground on as clean a surface. Ideally, you would put down a layer of sand or clay or something, put the plastic on it, and then put a row of sandbags over the top of the plastic. And that then will seal the bottom. You drape the plastic up over the bags and hold it in place at the top again with a row of sandbags along the top. We put the plastic on because that really prevents the water from entering into the sand, particularly in our area where we're going to have water on these sandbags for days to weeks. Sealing that surface becomes very important to help keep the water from getting into the dike, so that the plastic is the first line of defense for keeping the water from getting in. The sandbags are providing the stability and the support to hold the water back.